So why don't we start standing up here in the center of your mat, and quite literally just take a little sway. So we're going to start with a little sway, moving into your feet, just taking your weight back and forth, saying Buenos Días, tobillos, pies. Good. Just notice how the sensations we want to feel as our weight shifts is that the outer hip and the inner leg start to fire up as you're pulling your weight up from the floor. And you'll try to keep your hips steady, the knees soft. Good. And then from there, let's pause. Let's let your feet stay anchored. And now for a moment, move just the hips so you get a little stretch side to side. So you can think about from the rib cage down, kind of just sending the body one way. Good. And then from there, let's soften the knees in your center and move the pelvis. Kind of tuck it under and reach it back. Tuck it under. Pay attention to your own vertebra this morning. How are they moving? How are they feeling? Good. And then if it feels nice, now make that kind of a full circle, as I like to say, a tailbone party, una fiesta de coccyx. Bueno. And take that all the way around the other way. And then from there, let's exhale. Lift your shoulders, lift your ears just a couple times. So shoulders to your ears, talones arriba. Good. Keeping the knees soft. You can just exhale, feel the heels anchor into the floor. Inhale as you come up. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead, inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and then the palms can come together as your knees bend. Let's try this a few times. So we'll inhale, stretch, reach, coming all the way up. Good, bending. Exhale, coming up. Good, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Hold on top for a moment. Create a big stretch. And then exhale, find a flat back. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, find a flat back. Inhale, coming up. Exhale con la espalda plana. And then let's just take our weight side to side into each leg. Again, feeling inner thigh, outer hip. Good. And take a breath. Fingertips here to your two thighs. You'll inhale, stretch up. And exhale, round, round, round. And we'll inhale, come up, up, up. And exhale, round, round, round. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, rounding under. Let's pull up. Take a big, long stretch one way. Good. Inhale, stacking that tall. Big, long stretch the other way. Let's try this a few times. Good. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, feeling a little release through your sides. Good, all the way around. Beautiful. So let's pause for a moment and turn the toes, let the legs reach out. And we're going to try that same sway again. Feel the knee open up and out towards your pinky toe. So the inner thigh engages. Good. And feel your weight moving through your heels, through the balls of the feet. So your weight is anchored, steady. Good. And then we're going to start moving our weight straight down and letting the arms come up. So we'll come down, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3, moving down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, waking up your joints. Las articulaciones. Good. 2, 3 más. Good. And then from here, let's hold on bottom and we're going to tap an elbow towards a thigh, opposite elbow towards your thigh. Or bueno, mismo codo a tu muslo. hacia tu muslo. Muy bien. Beautiful. So now let's pause and then create a sweep all the way over and up on the other side. And we'll move all the way over and up on the other side. Okay, one more time each direction because that just feels nice. So you're going to stretch through the arms and a lift. I will move that the other way. Stretch and a lift. So now from here, I'm going to turn the weight of my body, just turn everything towards my right side. Start with my left heel planted down, and then I'm going to exhale, come out. Inhale and exhale, reach out. That's a big opening in the arms. Feel the head floating right above your tailbone. Good. And then from here, let's take that and move back the other way. Good. Now from here, two arms up for a moment. You'll go ahead and lift the back heel. Let the knee come in so it comes under the hip. And the knee and the shoulder are going to stay lined up. And then we're just going to lunge a few times. We're going to stabilize the knees. Good. Try to keep the top of the head right over the tail. Good. So this is just a down and up movement. 2 and 1. Exhale, pause, sweeping the arms. Let's just find all those movements on the other side. So now planting your back heel down deep, el talón atrás en el piso, and then let's mover afuera. Good. So abrimos los brazos mientras bajando la rodilla adelante. Good. Make sure that you catch the knee right over your heel, and from your heel, push back. Good. Opening. Beautiful. Let's reverse now. Exhale. 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 Good. And then from here, sweep. Take your two arms up, get a stretch. And then as it feels nice, you'll lift the back heel, bend the knee so it comes right under your hip. And then we'll just try down and up through the back thigh, feeling your toes spreading. Good. Finding balance from head to tail. Good. Engagement through the glutes, engagement through your hip flexors. And pause. Inhale. Exhale, return to facing forward. Once again, inhale, big breath. And then let's exhale, step your feet all the way together. So now your arms up. And exhale, pull the heels, let them lift. Good. And then with the heels lifted, just bend the knees down, 2, 3, and then we'll exhale, come up, 2, 3. Try this a couple times with the heels lifted. Down, 2, 3. Hold. Now exhale, up, 2, 3. Last time. Down, 2, 3. Hold. Couple breaths. And up, 2, 3. Take the heels together, the toes apart. And then we're going to just begin. Let the fingertips stretch. Reach, take you down towards the floor. As your hands come to the floor, soften the knees. Inhale your head and throat, la garganta, your throat, y la cabeza arriba. Good. And then your weight, muy ligera, really light in your manos, in your hands. And then we'll exhale, push up and send the heels into the floor. Let's take about 10 of these. I'm going to inhale, come down, 2, 3. And exhale, rise up, 2, 3. And inhale, come down, 2, 3. Good. And exhale, rise up, 2, 3. Inhaling, coming down, 2, 3. And exhale, rising up. And we'll move down. Good. And exhale, come up. Let's try 2 more coming down. And exhale up. Last time. Let's hold down here if we can. Let the weight move out of the hands. Let the arms float up. Good. Big breath. Just finding some balance. Moving your tailbone. Debajo de la cabeza, underneath your head. And then we'll exhale. Bring your fingertips forward once again and all the way up. So let's try now taking your feet a little bit wider. Toes are slightly forward and you'll just come down and up. So perhaps each time you might move a little bit closer to the floor and then lift. So come down, 2, 3, up, pushing through the feet. Moving down, 2, 3, exhale, pushing up. Let's just try 3 more. Try to keep the back, la columna larga, and up. And again, you'll really push through the heels to lift. Good. And down. Good. So I'm going to come and just be low here for a moment with my feet slightly out from my sits bones. I'm going to press codos, my elbows, into my thighs. Good. Let the chest open, el pecho abierto. Beautiful. Maybe take your head, neck, cara de dirección. Good. And then once again, we're going to push down through the feet to rise all the way up. Good. So now I'm going to turn, bring myself to the back of my mat. And once again, let me see if I can adjust this a hair. So we're going to come, take the arms all the way up, take the tailbone all the way down, and just feel for a moment that strong, firm connection through the back of you. So your glutes should be pretty awake. And when they move the tailbone down, you should really feel that firming in the glutes. Inhale. And then exhale. Bring your hands to your low back. Feel the sacrum spread, the belly pull in, the spine stay long. And then you can slide your hands down the legs, bajando las piernas. Good. And then we're going to walk our hands out. Let's go right, left, right here. And then moving into a sort of down dog configuration. From your down dog through your upper arm bones. See if you can bend and straighten your elbows just a few times. 2 and 1. Very nice. And then from here, go ahead. See if you can take your knees down and cat-cow the spine just a few times. Good. So feeling that movement. Beautiful. And then inhale, coming up. Reach your pelvis up. See if you can take with your knees lifted, a little cat-cow here. Head and tail move together. And then back. Cola, cabeza, adelante, atrás. Excellent. So now from here, let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Right, left, right. A little fold and a forward bend. A bend through the knees, finding an Utkatasana. Beautiful. Take your hands to your muslo izquierdo, or to your muslo derecho. Take your hands to your right thigh and just lift the left leg. Hold. So you can lift that leg, hold steady for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down nice and slow. Opposite side. The heel pulls up from the floor. All the foot to toe. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Muy bien. Setting that down nice and low. Once again, you're going to exhale, stretch, reach your arms up. Now this time, shift the weight once again to the right side. Left foot lifts. See about putting your ankle on the thigh. And just hold, stretch the arms out, and breathe. 5 breaths. 5 respiraciones. Good. Now see if you can take your hands right back to the thigh. 5 breaths. Exhale, bringing that weight up. Extend the left leg. Set it down gently. Gather the weight. Otro lado. And now, right ankle, el tobillo derecho en el muslo izquierdo. So now you're putting your right ankle, left thigh. Hold the arms out. Just breathe here. And then exhale. Slowly take some weight back. Dos manos a tu muslo izquierdo. 2 hands to your left thigh. Good. Exhale, coming up slowly, extending the leg, and now just rocking the weight back and forth a few times through your feet. Toe ball heel, staying light. Good. Inhale, sweep. Take your 2 arms all the way up. And then we'll exhale, sweep. Take your 2 arms forward. Long lift of the head. Walk your hands out. Derecha, izquierda, derecha. And now move to a plank. And then take the weight right back up. You're going to move plank, 2, 3. And up, 2, 3. Take a plank, afuera. Y ahora arriba. And now in this plank, a little micro bend of the elbows for 10, 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lift, lift, lift. And with your right leg, take that leg up in the air, create some firmness through the glute, to the back of the leg, bend the knee. And then let's place the foot behind your right hand. Good. And let that back knee bend and come feel a little lunge. Good. Exhale. Now push the back heel into the floor and exhale. Bring yourself up. Warrior 1. Good. Continue to reach into the back heel as you take opposite elbow to your thigh, codo opuesto a tu muslo. Good. Now 2 hands, dos manos, dos tobillos, and then you can work to extend your pierna adelante so that front knee can extend, but be gentle as you extend. Good. Continue to reach the hip, la cadera atrás de la pierna adelante. So the front leg, hip pulls back. And from here, let's go ahead, walk your right hand and left hand out. And see about lifting your left leg now up in the air. Just any amount, creating extension por las dos piernas. So one heel reaching, and then the toes of that top leg extending towards the sky. We'll lower the leg and exhale. Feel yourself float to a standing position. Muy bien. Dar una vueltita, turn around. And exhale. See about taking your weight just a few times, kind of lightly prancing through the feet, moving in slow motion. Good. Finding some lightness. And then as you feel ready, anchor the weight. Brazos arriba. Good. And now brazos atrás. Fingertips forward. Good. Shake your head no. Nod the head yes. We're going to walk it out. Find a plank. We'll go izquierda, derecha, izquierda. Good. So with your tailbone pushing, moving, moviendo muy arriba. Then you'll take your pelvis, bring it right underneath your head and shoulders. So feel that slow descension. What is it? When the pelvis comes down, the head pulls up. Just feel those two forces at work there. Good. Beautiful. Last time, inhale. And then exhale. And once again, try a little micro bend through the elbows. 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Exhale, moving that weight up. Muy bien. Y ahora la pierna izquierda. So now the left leg lifts, the left knee dobla, bends, and now vamos a poner el pie detrás de la mano. So put the foot behind the hand and bend the back knee for just a moment. So estiramos la cadera. You're going to stretch the hip, let the head come up, the tail move down. Beautiful. Empujamos la pelvis arriba, so push the pelvis up. Take the back heel, anchor it into the floor. And el peso del cuerpo arriba, pick your weight of the body up. La vista arriba. Good. And then from here, let's take codo apuesto a tu muslo. You're going to take your opposite elbow to thigh. Good. Give this just a few breaths. Good. Keep reaching through that back thigh, back heel. Good. Dos manos to your ankle and then stretch and lengthen la pierna y también la espalda a la vez. So you want to lengthen the thigh and your back at the same time. Good. And then from here, from this position, we're going to walk our two hands out just a hair. Gather weight into your front leg. Lift the back leg. And then if it feels nice, hands further out, externally rotate and lift. Good. And then slowly, as you feel ready, you can lift, take your weight up. And once again, let's just lightly shift side to side. Good. One way and then the other. So check in with your shoulders, wherever you might be hiding little bits of tension in the body. We're going to do a couple of square hips balancing poses. So I'm going to start by taking my right foot forward, placing my hands on my low back, and then exhale, gather my weight in my front leg as I allow the back leg to lift. Give this just a few breaths. Exhale, allow it to release. The leg comes back and down. Same thing, rock the weight just a little bit. And now I'm going to step my pierna derecha atrás. I'm just going to step the right foot back and put my hands here for a moment on my low back. Inhale, gather weight in the front leg. And then exhale, keep lifting my head as I let the right leg move up. Exhale, bringing that leg back down and in. Good. From here, once again, just step your left leg back. And now I'm going to bend the knee, turn the top of my foot over, and then see about my hand and tobillo, mano y tobillo, coming together as my knee moves down. Inhale and exhale. Come forward if it feels good. Inhale, moving that weight back up. Exhale, release. Shift the weight, getting light either side. Really feel, find your breathing. Good, and then I'm gonna move my right leg back, gather weight in my front leg, turn the back toes over. Maybe even just stretch for a moment the top of the foot. And then if it feels nice, bring that hand and foot together, and then move some weight forward. Exhale, bring that weight back up, and then releasing once again, soft movement, side to side, lado y lado. All right, and then also, so now I'm gonna take my weight into my right leg, lift my left leg forward, grab onto the big toe, take the tailbone down, and then work to extend this leg. Bending the knee, exhale, release once again, find that lightness. So I'm just kind of moving through my elbows, through my knees, through my shoulders. Good, so that things don't get stagnant as you're working on holding balance poses, but that you're really finding blood flow as you continue to move. Beautiful. So, otro lado, so placing your weight on your left side now, grabbing onto the big toe. Good. And then letting the tailbone move down, inner thigh, outer hip. Always as we balance, extend the leg. And then bending the knee and exhale, finding some release. So now I'm going to move, this is the top of my mat. This is my left side in. Let's inhale, brazos arriba. Take the arms up and let the head float back. So you're getting a little back bend here. And then exhale, slide the hands down the thighs and you'll come stretch forward. Shake your head no. Nod the head yes, see. Good, and then we'll bring our hands to the floor, bend the two knees. Step your feet back now. Let the knees move towards the floor. And a fuller little push up here for 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. And exhale, 1. Good. Take the 10 toes, drop them into the floor as you lift the pelvis tailbone high. And then from here, la pierna derecha, you're going to take the right leg up, bend the knee and lift it. And then the right foot comes behind the right hand as your toes on the back leg turn out. Push through the feet, you lift. Good. So we're going to bend and then extend. Bend and then extend. Bend and then extend. Bend and then extend. Good. Hold this bend and now pull the elbow down. Top arm travels over the ear. So lengthening out your side. Good. Top hand to the hip and then slide your hand down. You can walk that back foot a little further out. Shoulder sobre la rodilla. Good, top arm up. Brazo sobre la oreja. Good, you can take your gaze up to your pinky finger, your dedito chiquito. Good, and then we're going to take this hand back to the hip. Lengthen the bottom leg once again. And then the top arm just comes over the bottom arm. Good, top hand to the hip. Front knee bends a little bit, back knee bends a little bit. Walk the foot in. You can kind of stay here and get comfortable in the legs. Or walk your hand out and lift the back leg up. Top arm up. Good. Set the leg down. Push through the front leg. And then this leg, I'm going to step to my back one. And then try that sequence from the other side of the mat. So we'll inhale, brazos arriba. Good. Find a little back bend, releasing, relajando por el cuello. And then let's exhale, doblamos, let's bend, forward bend. Good. Feeling some release. Good. So now from here, bending your knees, step your weight, un paso atrás. Good. We'll let the knees come down, elbows pull in, and back. Down, 2, 3, exhale, up, 2, 3, down, and up, down, and up. Abajo y arriba, 2 y 1. Muy bien. From here, curling your 10 toes underneath you, lifting up. Good. So gather your weight, spread to the ball of the foot. Allow the tailbone to rise. Good. So feel some spread through your sacrum. Now the left leg lifts, the knee bends, it pulls up just a hair, and then you're going to place the foot detrás de la mano izquierda. You're going to take that foot behind the hand, and then take your otro brazo arriba. Good. So this knee continues to open. Good. And then we're going to stretch your reach away and back. Good. Over and back. Over and back. Just opening chest to the side of you. Good. So now let's pause. Take a bent elbow. Codo doblado abajo. And top arm over your ear, sobre la oreja. Good. And then from here, go ahead, let this hand lower down. And take that top arm sobre la oreja otra vez. You're going to take your top arm over the ear once again. After a big breath, we'll lengthen. Dos brazos arriba. So you're taking the 2 arms up, Trikonasana. Good. Top hand to the hip. Bend the knees. Step the back foot in. Walk your front hand out and lift the leg. Subimos el brazo and lift the arm. And then when you feel ready, bending the knee, coming back through Trikonasana all the way up. The 2 feet step together. And then once again, just kind of lightly relax. Stretch, reach through either side. Let me do a little time check. Okay. So we'll do 2 standing poses and then move on. So take your right foot. I'm going to anchor that weight into the floor. Open the knee afuera. And from here, hand can move to the foot. You can put the foot on the thigh, press pie y muslo junto. They are connected. Kind of mirror that energy in your hands. Palms can move up if you'd like. Opening the arms and releasing the leg. Exhale, baila, baila, baila. So take your weight, shifting sides, just seeing if you hid some tension somewhere in the body. See if you can release it. Beautiful. And then gather your weight, otro lado. Turn the toe, the heel out. Good. And then again, foot can move to the thigh. Press the thigh and the foot together. Palms can pull together. Good. Arms can lift. Brazos abren, el pie baja. Good. So now from here, once again, just shift, waltz, move your weight through your body. Good. Particularly feet, ankles, make sure we're staying light through our feet. And then let's exhale, put the weight, last time, right thigh, open the knee, hand to the outside of the foot, inner thigh, outer hip on the right leg, and then allow the left leg to extend. Good, bend the knee, exhale, release. And once again, just sway, slow floss. Or lo que sea, whatever you want to do. And then we're gonna gather the weight on the left side. Right heel pulls up, inner thigh. Hand can move to the outside of the foot. Inner thigh, outer hip. Big breath, exhale. You can open that opposite arm if you'd like. And exhale, release, let it come down, easy. Okay, so now from here, I'm just gonna take my blanket and put it in the center of my mat. Excellent. For a moment, let my knees just come down on top of my blanket and take the tops of my feet and let them anchor into the floor. So the tailbone's gonna move down. You can tap one knee, one foot into the floor. I said tap a knee, but I think I meant foot, right? Is that what I meant? Okay, otro pie. So just tap, 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 tap in the floor. Dos pies, let them tap. Good. And then feel that weight anchor your shin bones, anchored. And then you can bring your fingertips to your low back and just extend the sternum up. The shoulder blades move together. Good. Feel a stretch in the back of the wrist. En las muñequitas. Good. Now we're going to slide our hands to the inner thighs. Move the shoulder blades apart. Good. And then from here, inhale, move, stretch your spine up, and exhale, we'll come back. So now, this time your hands can move a little bit further down the legs. Keep the muslos verticales. You want vertical thighs. And then your sternum can rise up as your head moves back. Pushing back up, bring the palms together. Take the top of your head down and stretch. Estiramos los brazos, otra dirección. Good. Exhale, bringing yourself back up. Last little thing. If it feels nice, you can take your hands to your heels or just repeat anywhere we've already stretched. La cabeza atrás. Good. Give this just a few more breaths. And then you'll push with your feet to lift all the way back up. From here, now I'm going to walk my knees back and take my forearms to the floor. Good. Take a second and move your sternum in and your tailbone up. So the sternum's el esternón en el piso. Good. Your chest arriba. So really opening your chest towards the floor, allowing the shoulders to release. Good. And then we're going to exhale, lift, press the forearms, your antebrazos, and the outside of your hands into the floor. Keep that firmness even as you interlace your fingers here. So all those sensations are at work in your body. And now I'll pull the scapula together. La cabeza abajo, your head moves down. 10 toes curl under. Walk your feet in, perhaps bend a knee. Feel for a moment all those muscles, perhaps bending the other knee. Good. So you can practice bending one knee and then the other. Perhaps bringing your two knees together. And then perhaps extending the knees if you'd like. The knees can bend, and you can slowly bring them down to the floor. Push back with your hands. Take opposite hand and elbow. And then stretching, taking your two arms forward. So from here, I'm just gonna let my sits bones come down. Good. And then let's try on our way to the floor a little hip opening. So I'm gonna take my right leg, extend, voy a extender la pierna derecha, and then my left pie, I'm gonna pull into my hip crease. Inhale, brazos arriba. And then exhale, take one hand here. So let me go same hand to foot. And maybe try that on both sides. Good. And then from here, keep the legs as they are, or let that back leg or the bottom leg fold in. You can go underneath the thigh or on top of your thigh and just take a moment in a lotus position. Good. Feeling the spine grow, your knees descend, chest open. Good. From here, you can rock some weight back. And then just unfold the legs, pushing back up. We'll try that on the other side. So now I'm going to take my left, la pierna izquierda, extendida. Y ahora La pierna derecha doblada. Now the right leg bent. And then my foot moves into my thigh bone. Good. And then from here, inhale. Stretch. You can take the arms forward. Good. And then you may find that same hand and feet and foot can touch on both sides. Inhale and then exhale, pull back. Good. Well, inhale, sit it up. And exhale now. So again, just stay in this position. Or if you like, bring your bottom leg in so it moves underneath your knee, debajo de la rodilla, or over. If you're in that over position, pull the shoulder blades together. Good. Just feel your spine grow. Las rodillas están bajando. Your knees are coming down. Good. We didn't do this on the other side, but we should have. You can lift here. And then exhale to release para relajar. Good. And then I'm going to fold my weight back. This is just sometimes nice to pump the hips. And then exhale, unfold. Beautiful. So now, let's come down to the mat. And if there's any inversions you want to do, I am not going to lift into any kind of shoulder stand anything today, but I am going to put a pelvis here, or a prop underneath my pelvis, pull my arms here to my sides, and just enjoy for a moment having my pelvis lifted. So you could go up into Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Good, just lifting the sitting bones. And then perhaps exhale, releasing, letting that come down. You could walk your hands and your ankles together toward a Chatuspadasana. Push and lift. And then setting that down, you could take opposite hand or take your two hands back behind you. If it felt nice to lift and find a back bend, you could come up. Exhaling to slowly release. Bring yourself down. Good. Perhaps two knees can lift. Perhaps your two legs could lift. And again, if you wanted to pull your pelvis off of the mat and move into a halasana, you could. That's not good for me. 38 weeks. So I'm just going to let my legs stay up here. Good. And then when you feel ready, maybe letting the legs float back down to the floor. I'm going to move my little prop, let my pelvis come all the way to the floor. And just take any little movements that would feel good to you this morning para terminar tu práctica. Good. Cualquier cosa que quieras hacer. Vamos a abrir. You're going to open your brazos, your piernas, and then just let your breath mover por el cuerpo. Your eyes closed, con los ojos cerrados. You can kind of do a scan of your whole body, por todo el cuerpo. Explore todas las sensaciones que están allá, all the sensations that are there. Feel your whole torso, el torso moviendo, lleno de aire, full of air, y después relajando. And then when you feel ready, just lightly, vamos a mover un poco los dedos de la mano, dedos del pie. And then you can move the thigh bones out and in. And then bring your knees, las rodillas dobladas, your arms up, and then we'll roll to one side. Flourishing with your hands, finding seated. Y nos sentamos un ratito. Beautiful. Con las manos juntos, juntas. And bow the head, close the eyes. Tu práctica es un regalo. Your practice is a gift. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Namaste.